We are going to get started. First of all, thank you all for being here. Thank you for your service to our country. I'm going to ask Commissioner Bill Wexler from Haverford Township to come up and ask the Marine Corps to post the colors.
Everybody remain standing, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
All right, next we're going to have Tom Judge lead us in a prayer.
I've been many things, but the first time I've been a priest. Bless us, O Lord, these thy gifts which you're about to receive through my bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. Enjoy the meal.
Again, I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to thank you for your service to this country. I'd like to make a few introductions of some of our elected officials that were able to make it out today to thank you as well. The Mayor of Upper Darby Township, Tom McCosey. The President of the Board of Commissioners of Haverford Township and 82nd Airborne veteran, Bill Wexler. Our special guest and someone that is very important in my heart, Mr. Tom Judge. And someone you'll hear from later on, and is our guest speaker today. He is the Veterans Benefits Coordinator for Delaware County Veterans Affairs and a veteran himself, Bill Dondero. And someone who needs no introduction in this room, however, I will do it anyway, Senator Tom McGarrigle. The first two speakers I'm going to ask to come up. First will be our mayor here in Upper Darby, Tom McCosey, and followed by the president of the Board of Commissioners, Bill Wexler.
Thank you, Jane. This is the breakfast I look forward to each year. As you know, my dad was former state rep. James is doing a great job in the 163rd district. My mom and dad were both veterans. I live understanding that the country is as great as it is because of people that are sitting in this room serving to protect our freedoms. And if you look at what's going on in this country today, there's a lot of stuff goes on that you men and women have fought for, that these freedoms sometimes are being abused. But that being said, we wouldn't be standing here being able to argue about it if we didn't have the freedoms that you went across these worlds and defended this country and the Constitution. So I had an event last week. We honor the veterans each year at an oldies night. It was well attended. It was a great show. We will continue to do that. And as far as the benefits and what we reach out in the community each day to do, my office as well as all the offices of elected officials, we need to pay tribute to you each and every day, not just once a year or a breakfast here and there. And I think you're seeing it more and more. Unfortunately, we're losing veterans every day, and we need to continue to do what we can in the communities to make sure that you're still safe and sound here at home for the freedoms that you've defended. So thank you for coming this morning. I look forward. Welcome to Upper Darby if you're not from here, and enjoy your breakfast. Thank you.
On behalf of Haverford Township, I'd also like to offer our thanks to State Rep Santora for hosting this breakfast and continuing the tradition that Representative McCosey started years ago, a great veteran as well. We, the Township of Haverford, we thank all of you. I know I've met a few people here from our township. We thank you. I'd also be remiss if I didn't thank not so much Senator Santora, but his staff over here, whose office on Township Line avails all of us as veterans the services that they provide. And again, I thank you for your service, and enjoy the day. And I hope that next year we can start recruiting some of the younger veterans, all the kids coming back that are fighting today's war, because they're just as much as veterans as we are, and we're involved with the Wounded Warriors and everything too. And I just wanted to reiterate what I told the Marines this morning. I'm a veteran of the 82nd Airborne, and the 82nd Airborne exists for one reason, because even a Marine needs a hero. So, thanks.
Let's be clear, he said it, not me. Um, So again, Mayor Mikosi said it right. Your service needs to be honored every day. I do that each and every day in my service to the state and as a state representative here in the 163rd. We're constantly co-sponsoring legislation to improve benefits for our veterans, to allow you to have access to the things that you need. And I do it with a partner in the Senate, and that partner is Tom McGarrigle. I could not get half of the things done for this district, for the 163rd district, without our state senator from the 26th. And I appreciate everything he does for us and that he does for you. So I'd like to introduce Senator Tom McGarrigle.
Thank you, Jamie. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for your service to this great country. As the mayor said earlier, it's kind of sad the things that we hear about people not wanting to salute our flag anymore and kneeling instead of saluting. And it's just hard to believe when I look out at all of you and the service you gave to this country that people could actually act that way in this country. About a week ago, I had an event, and we honored, each year we bring a veteran from a kid that's paralyzed from the waist down. His Humvee fell off a bridge, and his mom wheels him in every year at my event, and we raise money for him. And when I look at that kid and I think of the actors and the athletes that don't want to honor the veterans of this country, and maybe they should leave this country, but I respect everything you've done. I thank you for the service that you've done, making this country what it is today, the greatest country in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator. And our next speaker is our Chairman of County Council, John McBlain.
Well, thank you, Jamie. He just caught me short because I literally just walked in the door. So I just want to say welcome to everybody and thank you very much for your service. I'll put a little plug in for the Delaware County Veterans Office. If you haven't been to our Veterans Office lately, we've got some new staff there. Bill Dondero used to be in Pat Meehan's office and did a fantastic job with Veterans Affairs, has moved over to the Delaware County office. And John Schaefer is our new Director of Veterans Affairs. He's been there for about a year now. I don't know if you haven't met John. John's a unique guy. He's hard to miss because he's got tattoos all over his head. He is a Special Forces veteran from the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, and he speaks to the new generation of veterans that are out there. Many of the people in this room, as I look around, are my age and older. You have unique needs, and Delaware County is ready to meet those needs, things with claims or whatever forms you might need. But we thought, going back a year or so ago in Delaware County, that we saw a tremendous need for our new generation of veterans, those from Iraq and Afghanistan, both on the employment front and with services that they need from the unique wars that they were in. And we thought that teams like John and Bill would be great to lead our Veterans Office, to speak to this new generation and put them together with housing. It's amazing how many of our new veterans have housing needs, as well as employment needs. So we've created new programs that deal with veteran housing. We've created new programs through our Office of Employment and Training in order to get our new veterans the skills that they need for the trades that are in Delaware County to meet those needs and get them back to jobs, and also to treat the mental and physical scars from the wars that they were in. So once again, thank you for your service. Like I said, if you haven't had the chance yet, stop by our new Veterans Office, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
Also, the mayor of Clifton Heights, Joe Lombardo, and the mayor of Alden, Carmen Maniaci, both send their regards. Joe is a funeral director, and when his business calls, he has to be there. and Carmen could not get off of work today. I also noticed Fred Rich, please stand up. Fred is a veteran, but he's also a councilman in Clifton Heights, so thank you for being here. So it's no secret that I am running for re-election right now, and when my son and I were out knocking on people's doors, I was in Haverford, and I knock on a particular veteran's door, and he started to question us about why we stand for the flag and why we should stand for the flag. And my son said, I always stand for the flag, and I hate when I see people in my school or at sporting events not do it. And we do it because it's a pride of our country, it's for veterans, and the veteran stopped him right there and he said, son, I like what you're saying, but you need to go deeper than that. It's not about the veterans that came back, it's about the veterans that came back under that flag. And it hit my 15-year-old son, and he said, on the way out of the door, he said, wow, Dad, he's right. He really is. And people need to understand that. And a veteran taught my 15-year-old something very special that day. And you, as veterans, don't even realize how many kids you influence. And that's what needs to happen. The next generation needs to understand. And that was a profound moment in my son's life because he talks about it all the time now. And when the flag comes up, he says, I used to stand because it was an important symbol of our country. He goes, now I do for the veterans that came back under it. And I've heard him say it more than once. And he's told his grandfather, my father-in-law, he's told my wife, and that was a really important moment in his life. So talk to the youth. That's the one thing, if that's a message I can give you today. Talk to our youth and let them know about your service to this country and that they have an ability to go back and serve. And I'm going to leave it at that. I will enjoy your breakfast, and now that John McBlain stole Bill Dundera's whole speech, he's going to write a new one up, and he will be ready after breakfast. But enjoy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Ken Dawes. I'm a representative of Honor Flight Philadelphia. For those of you who don't know who or what Honor Flight is, we are an organization that takes care of veterans, World War II, Korean War, and now we've expanded into Vietnam War veterans. We take them on a day of honor down to Washington, D.C. to see their memorials at no expense to the veteran. We leave from different locations in the Tri-County area. 3 weeks ago, we left from Flowertown Country Club. We currently have our next trip scheduled for June 2nd of next year, which will leave from the Lamb Tavern, the Porch at the Lamb. And we will try to get at least 2 to 3 buses of veterans. A day on our trip sort of looks like we leave around 7 a.m. We provide breakfast and lunch for all of our veterans. We go to Arlington Cemetery for a dedicated seating and a changing of the guard with our veterans. From there, we go to, unfortunately, we go to the Iwo Jima Memorial to see where the real men, more than once. We go to the Iwo Jima Memorial. We go from there, we normally go to the Air Force Memorial for lunch. We tour over to the Korean Memorial, get out, meet with some dignitaries there. If it's a World War II and Korean War trip, we go to the World War II Memorial and spend time there. If we go on a Saturday, to this day, still, Senator Bob Dole, at 95 or 96 years old, sits outside of the memorial and greets every single veteran. We've seen some pretty high-powered dignitaries at the memorial, and they're always there to greet us and greet our veterans. And now we spend one trip a year dedicated to the Vietnam guys, and we go to the wall and spend a few hours there. So if you would like to take advantage of this, again, it's free. I have information out at the table. Stop by. If you are a member of a post, a VFW, American Legion, please take my business card, and if you'd like me to come and do some type of an extended presentation for your organization, I'll be more than happy to. We're kind of here for the veterans. We do this, and it's at no expense to any veteran. So we take care of everything. I thank the representative for the opportunity to come here. I'm going to be doing more of these. I'm doing one for the senator next week, and any time and place you would like Honor Flight to come and do a presentation for you, we'd be more than happy to. But this is all about the veterans and something that has become near and dear to my heart and all the people that are involved. But I thank you for this opportunity. I'll be sitting out at the table after breakfast, and if you guys would like to pick up applications or information, I'll have whatever you need. But thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you all having me out here today. I am the new Veterans Benefits Coordinator in the Veterans Office for Delaware County. Thank you, Jamie, for putting this on every year. This is a great event every year. I love coming here. Thank you very much to Senator McGarrigle. I've been doing Veterans Affairs in Delaware County for 5 years now, and he has always been someone I can count on when I need some kind of help. Definitely want to thank Councilman John McBlain, one, for the opportunity to keep helping veterans here in Delaware County, and two, for the support that he gives the office, which lets me do what I do for people. So thank you very much for that. Give you a little background on me. Jamie talked about what Director Schaefer did in the service. My story is a little more comical than his. As he said, John was doing a little bit more of the special operations stuff, but I was supposed to be a missile technician. I spent 6 months at Army Missile School back in 2006, taking missile launchers apart and putting them back together. And then I got orders to go to the 3rd Infantry. And I got there, and they said, well, we don't need any missile technicians, but we do have an opening on our convoy team. So here's your Humvee and your 50. Figure it out. So I was basically, best way to describe it would be AAA on steroids. If your truck got hit by an IED, they sent us out, and we came to get you, make sure you're all right, make sure everybody got home safe. Sometimes we won, sometimes we didn't, but that's how it goes. I've had the honor of taking care of veterans in Delaware County for years now. I'm really happy to be able to focus just on Delaware County now and not have to worry about other parts of the other district I was representing. But John touched on a lot of the benefits that we can give, and I just wanted to talk about some other things that we do in the office. We do a lot of compensation claims if you were injured in the service. We do a lot of pension claims if you're a wartime veteran and you need a little extra help for any sort of medical condition you have or just to get through the month. We can do that too. If you're looking for health care, we can put you in touch with any of the 3 veterans hospitals that support this area. They're doing all kinds of great stuff in Delaware County through the VA. We have a wonderful clinic at the Springfield Hospital, and that's going to be moving to a brand new, larger facility in Newtown Square because it's just had such a great response from the veterans here, and people seem to really enjoy going there. I am in the county courthouse all day, every day, sitting there waiting for guys to come ask me, see what I can do for them. So if you're looking for any help at all, at any given time, please feel free to come up to me and see what I can do for you. Just ask. If you have a question, I just want you to ask. The most frustrating part of my job is the number of veterans that come up to me and say, you know, the process is just too complicated. They give me a stack of paperwork that's an inch thick, and I just gave up because it just was too much work to go through it all. Well, that's what I'm here for, guys. I'm here to go through all that stuff for you. So if there's ever anything I can do for anybody in this room, please, please do not hesitate to ask. All right, thanks very much.
Thank you, Bill. Short and sweet, how we like it. And again, we're going to do our annual photos after breakfast. And this year, we're going to do it by what branch you serve in instead of which war, conflict, or peacetime. So we're going to do it by branch. And We'll wait about 5 more minutes, let everybody finish up, and then we'll start getting those photos done. Senator McGarrigle and I truly appreciate your service to our country and your continued service to our local communities. And we will look forward to seeing you again next year and at many events throughout the year prior to this breakfast, and we'll see you on Veterans Day as well. All right, if we could just have one moment, we're going to do a final blessing, and we will go on with our day.
Thank everybody for coming, and we certainly appreciate that. And everybody enjoyed. I hope that God looks upon us with a good thing. He takes care of all the veterans and everything else. And please, make sure you have a good journey home. And thanks for coming, and we'll see you all again next year. Thank you.